Hi 301. I wanted to talk to you about the portfolios that are due in this class this semester. So first of all, hi 301. I wanted to talk to you about the two portfolios that are going to be due this semester. We will talk about this in class, but just in case you forget, this is some more information you can go back and refer to throughout the semester. So in 301, you have two portfolios that will be due. You have a paper portfolio and an e-portfolio, and this PowerPoint is going to explain both of these in more detail. So what is a portfolio? It's a collection of items which will demonstrate your expertise, talents, and abilities as a future teacher. This will include reflections about the items that you're doing in this class in terms of your strengths, weaknesses, and future goals. So every assignment that we do in this class, for the most part, will go into these portfolios, or into your, specifically your e-portfolio, but you will also be doing things that will be going into your paper portfolio. So let's talk more about those. So in this department or in this program, you have two different portfolios. The paper portfolio, which is a hard copy. You can get a copy in the front office or you can get one off of Blackboard. It's going to be due in week 7 and week 14, and we'll talk more about that in a second. The second portfolio you're going to do is your e-portfolio, which will be due by the end of the semester. And like I said, everything you'll be doing in this class will be submitted into the e-portfolio to be graded at the end or reviewed by the end by a faculty member who will make sure that you have done everything that you needed to do to get into our teacher education program. So the paper portfolio, like I said, if you go to Blackboard, let me get you in there. If you go to Blackboard and you click on course modules, and then you click on paper portfolio and e-portfolio information, you will see the paper portfolio right here. It's a PDF. You can download it and print it off on your own home computer, or you can go to the front office and get a hard copy. So I just wanted to show you where that is. It will look something like this, and so it has your name, address, all of that information, your major. You need to put if you've done your fingerprints and a copy of your fingerprinting receipt with your name, total number of hours completed so far up to this semester. So you should have at least 45 hours completed. If you have 43 or or less than that, you must by the end of this semester have 45, and so you need to put that there. Knowing that whatever hours you get this semester will add to that. You have to have 45 hours to get into the program. You need a 2.6 GPA, so you put your current GPA. If you're right on the cusp at like 2.5 and you're expecting this semester to help you, then you will put that down, and then at the end of the semester we will update your GPA. Cooperating teacher evaluation you will need. If you're doing virtual, then it might be something that I have to fill out. But if you're working with children, parents, anything, schools, you will have the teacher or parent or whoever is supervising you sign that, and you'll submit a copy of that. 3 letters of recommendation. Only 1 will be accepted from a non-CSU Pueblo faculty member. So if you're in like art, you would get your art professor to do one, you would get me to do one or one of your other professors, and then you can find someone who is a non-CSU faculty member. For week 7, when you submit this, you only need 3 names. You don't need the letters at that point. We will complete the letters and have them turned in by the end of the semester. You need to put the frameworks course, make sure you've taken English 101 and 102. You put the college semester in the grade, the math course, and the speaking and communication course. And then you'll need an unofficial copy of all unofficial transcripts that you will also attach to this document. So this needs to be turned in by week 7, and then the final draft by week 14. When you submit it in week 7, Mary will go ahead and you initial what you've turned in, and she will initial if it's correct. If not, if she does not initial it, that means there's things that still are missing and need to be turned in, and you will have until week 14 to get those in. If you do not do this portfolio, you will not pass this course. This is very important to make sure that Mary has all of this information. All right, the second portfolio is an e-portfolio. The link is in Blackboard, but here's another link to get to the portfolio. I will be giving you a PIN number in class, and you will use that PIN number to log in to your portfolio. Let's see if I can show you. I don't know if I have it. Let's see. It will look something like this. Oh, I don't know if you can see this. Let's see. Okay, it will look something like this. You will put in your PID and you'll put in your PIN number. Of course, this is not my PID. This is my login. You don't need to worry about your address. Just put in your PID, the 6 numbers or 5 numbers, and then you put in the PIN that I'm going to give you, and that's how you log on to the portfolio. And we'll talk more about this in class and get you all logged on, but I wanted to show that to you real quick. Okay, and then your portfolio, when you're organizing it, it's basically going to be organized around 8 goals. I've shown you that in class. You can find the goals under portfolio information in Blackboard. We have 8 goals, starting with 1, class management, 2, content knowledge, and so on. For each goal, you will have a 1-page reflection. Those are the discussions that you're doing each week. Those are your goal reflections. And so this is not a time to just give us the minimum amount of work. This is a time to really give lots of detail. And so want to see about a 1-page reflection. Just going back to this, and we'll talk more about this here just in a second, you will be talking about the artifacts, which in the goals they're outlined. So like if you took 280 and you did a web quest, you're going to talk about that as one of your artifacts and how you know how to use technology in the classroom. You creating a classroom management plan in here. So if you're doing talking about goal 1, classroom management, you're going to talk about the classroom management plan that you have created, and you're going to reflect on that. And of course, you're not doing the classroom management plan until the end of the course or past the middle of the course, but you're going to be writing the first goal. So you'll need to probably go back and revise it before it goes into your actual e-portfolio. But for the class, you can get it written and get most of the content there. And you can sort of talk hypothetically about the classroom management plan that you're creating. But we'll help you with that. You will be doing a video clip in this class. Even if you're just teaching in your living room, you're going to need to record yourself. I will have a platform for you to submit your video clip, but this will be going into your e-portfolio. The clip needs to be about 5 to 7 minutes. So even if you record 30 minutes, you're going to need to cut it down to about 5 minutes. We're going to be looking to see that you do things like gaining students' attention, how do you activate prior knowledge, stating the purpose of the lesson, you teach your input, so basically your presentation or teaching, checking for understanding, and all of these things. And we'll be talking about more of how to do that in class, but just know that you're going to be creating a 5-minute video clip. Let's go down. Okay, so when you're writing your reflections, this is very important. You will do this in Word. You'll just use the goal sheet that's in the classroom or that I can give you. And so basically you're going to give a summary of the standards being addressed. So like if you're doing classroom management, you're going to talk about classroom management. You're going to state the evidence that you've uploaded to your portfolio. So you wrote a classroom management plan, you created rules and procedures and all of that. So you're going to talk about this. Number 2, stating the evidence that you've done in class. You're going to explain how your experiences have shaped you. So when it comes to classroom management or whatever goal you're writing about, you'll talk about your school, your life, your experiences, and how this is going to help you be a stronger teacher. You're going to talk about your strengths and weaknesses for the skill. So if you're talking about classroom management, I want to see at least 2 to 3 strengths and 2 to 3 weaknesses. Don't just give me one. We want to see more than that. And then you're going to talk about how you're going to address those strengths and weaknesses, how you're going to improve on the weaknesses, and so on. We'll be looking for that. And then a professional goal related to these standards. So what do you want to do in the future to get better at this standard? And that's how you're going to write your goal reflection. Basically, they're broken down like this. You'll take the goal reflection, you'll talk about the summary of standards, the evidence that you've included in your portfolio, your personal experiences, your strengths and weaknesses, and your future goals. It's basically just outlined like that. All right, and so this again is how you write a goal reflection. So you'll read the standard summaries. That's the red text in these goals. You'll see that there's red and blue text. You'll read the supporting evidence, the blue text, and list the artifacts in your portfolio. So if you're doing a classroom management plan, if you're writing a resume, if you're doing peer evaluations, all of these are your supporting evidence that you're doing in this class. That's what you talk about in this goal reflection. And then you'll read the benchmarks, which is the black text, and write a paragraph about your field work, your 301 assignments, and other experiences in your life. List 1 to 3 strengths in terms of benchmarks, 1 to 3 weaknesses. I would like to see 2, not 1, and set a goal for yourself in improving this goal. And so that's pretty much what you're going to be doing with these 2 portfolios. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out. I'm here to help you, but this is basically the big part of this course, is getting you through these two portfolios. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you. Bye.